Greetings, programs, and welcome back to ArcNeo Reviews, where apparently any time has become prime time. So, today we're actually going to be taking a look at Studio Series 32, Voyager class Optimus Prime. And I love this figure, but as you can tell from my hesitation, I'm a tiny bit annoyed with it. I got QC'd fairly bad on this guy, though it's nothing major enough that I have to like contact Hasbro. I will be able to fix it. It's still just a tiny bit annoying with it being, a studio series, supposed to be their premiere stuff, but what are you gonna do? It's Hasbro. So, taking a look, yeah, wonderful version of his movie truck design. Doesn't hold together 100%, but again, that's mine being a little bit QC-y, not anything, worse than that. Looks great. Yeah, it's got the semi, just hanging out feet, but it works the way that they're done. It does kind of just look like, trailer hitch or something. Nothing too crazy. His gun does store right there. Very tightly, actually. Just a little peg on the side. You can put it on this side or the other. Or you can use this larger slot right there. Get it on the front right there. Looks a little silly. That's why I'd like to put it up there. Also, there's a, the oversized peg on this side. However, the gun actually can't go on that side because handle and everything kind of gets in the way. So, and really quick, we will look at the gun. Nice little bit of just, airbrush fade. Make it actually look like a used gun barrel. Other than the slots, it's one of the more solid weapons I've seen them do. So, props for that. And it looks like it does have another slot right here. You can probably use maybe it'll go in that slot at some point, or, other places. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. Believe it or not, I'm reviewing this guy after figuring him out without directions. So, yeah, you use that slot to stick the gun on the back. And there's a slot for it on either foot, so that's what that's for. Yay, I'm an idiot. But yeah, no, overall, really great looking truck mode. No, overly obvious robot parts hanging out other than arguably the feet. Though I argue again, they look fine. They lay nice and flat. It just looks like where you'd stick the trailer onto the truck. So, transformation on this guy is quite complicated. So, first thing we're gonna do is pull down these, and this is where one of my QC issues is. This wheel's supposed to come up, and you see his little slot right there, little tab hanging off there, as well as a cutout there, a little piece to go into that cutout right there. This one, no matter how many times I get it pegged in, just look at it funny, it falls out. This wheel does not like to stay in, but after it's transformed, put it in place, put it down, it's fine. But pull down the wheels, either side. They are on double hinges, but for now, just kind of bring them down all the way, get them just completely out of the way as best you can. Come up to the front, split the grill, come up here, get these out from under there. On mine, that part is incredibly tight. It sounds terrible every time, but you gotta bring up the front of the truck like that. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out like exactly where it's safe to shave away a little extra plastic, because that sounds terrible. It just makes this tedious crumple sound every time, and I don't like it. But then we're gonna go ahead, come back here. Let's kind of work these little side panels out. Get them unpegged from everything. Then, let's see, I have to remember how to do all this. Okay, then we're going to untab this, fold this piece forward, fold this forward. Going to bring the roof up, it's on a double hinge. Bring out this piece and that piece. Again, unpeg this, fold the little cylinder forward, open that, open this, fold that out, and we'll be able to grab right here, rotate it around, bring out his face, bring these forward the rest of the way, and there's little tabs on the back of each window. We'll peg into his chest. Get that done. And you're going to bring these two back. And eventually they'll come all the way in the back and peg together, but do that in a little bit. First, I'm going to split the front, and there's a bunch of a little bit hard to explain hinges that are going to go on here. Go ahead and just fold that piece up whenever. So there's a hinge right here that brings them out and lets them rotate up along the side of the truck. Then the next hinge is going to be right there, and that hinge is on a diagonal. And then you're going to bring this piece back, and we can't peg things in yet all the way, but for now, bring that up. Get that other one to come undone. There we go. Swing things around, get it back out of the way. Now we finally have room to go ahead, bring down the legs, clip them in place, rotate them, get them situated. Push this back out of the way, try to keep things out of the way so you even have light. Go ahead, bring these in. You're going to want to bring in this one first because it has a little tab. Then this one just has a notch. Goes over. Connects with that tab if you get them lined up right, which I apparently did not. There we go. So get those together. Fold those back. Get all that lined up out of the way. Then you're going to bring the arm back up so I can get it all resituated. Bring that back up, and then this little tab will go into this slot, which will finally lock the shoulder into place. And you just fold this piece back. And right here are the little two of the connection points for the transformation, the combination with Jetfire. I do not have Jetfire. Don't know if I'm even going to get him. But keep in mind that that's there, because these do sometimes flip out on you while you're transforming and start getting in the way. So let's go ahead and do that. Same thing on this side. Bring this up. Tab it in. Fold that back. Get the shoulder pad in place. Move the arm out of the way. We can take all of this on the double hinge, bring it back. There's two tabs right there, two slots right there. You know how this works. More slots, more tabs. Then you're going to take the double hinge here, and if it's not obvious without looking, here's where I got QC'd again. These are both bent out a little bit. This one far worse, actually. This one I'm probably going to have to take off and soak in hot water and then squeeze it back into shape, because it's really loose, as you can see there. But you're going to take them, widen them out, flatten them down, and then rotate down. And then these will just kind of thoop. Again, I wish I had a word of my own that wasn't just knocking off IMGO. But, yeah, they thoop into place and just kind of soft lock. They do sit there very well, actually, for not being locked in place. So, last thing you're going to do is get the hands in position. This is oddly complicated little step, actually. So, on the inside here, or technically outside, it's hard to see, but this piece does actually tab in. It's I'll be able to show you a little easier after we get this arm transformed, but and to bring it out, then just kind of swing it out to get the clearance, fold it this way, bring up the hand, and then fold it up and around. And here you can see there's a tab right there that was tabbed in right there. But you'll bring it around, and then that tab there will actually go into the back of the wrist. So shift the double joint around, get it pegged in, and there you go. So same thing on this side. Going to untab it and shift the double joint out, or the double hinge. Rotate it around. Actually, remember to rotate it the right way. I always want to rotate it backwards for some reason. Bring it around, tab it in. Here's my other really bad QC. This arm has no friction whatsoever, and that's a bit of a bummer, but floor polish, I'm sure, should fix it up. Floor polish fixes everything. So, last thing you're going to want to do is come down here. The instructions actually show you doing this together, because while I learned this guy without instructions, I did look at them afterwards. Yeah, this is easiest to do if you actually split the legs. Then you're going to rotate this piece down while bringing the foot out, and then just rotate this all the way around. It'll come all the way. More or less lock into place. It fits really tight once it's there, so you're good. Same thing, other side. Just rotate it down. Bring that forward all the way. Get the foot in place. And then come back here and just fold these wheels up if they haven't folded themselves up already while you've been transforming him. And there you have Optimus in his robot mode. And he looks pretty good, I'm not going to lie. I know you have to be a fan of the movie design as a whole to probably appreciate this guy, but I'm okay with the movie design, so I do appreciate this guy. So, we'll come in, get a look at his head. It's hard to see, but he does have light blue eyes painted in there. Unfortunately, I still do not have the greatest light setup going, but it is there, I promise. He does have eye paint. Just tons of mechanical detail just everywhere. Pretty clean transformation, too. Yeah, there's a little hollow part right there, but overall, not too bad, actually. And it doesn't even feel like he's got a backpack, because the size of it's still pretty good. It just would have been nice if that was filled in, but no big deal. So, there you go. As for articulation, on the good arm, I'll show you, he does have good range out on the shoulder. The shoulder pad does move out to accommodate. Bicep swivel, full rotation. Bicep swivel is very tight, but it is there, I promise. Wrist rotation, that's also really tight. I'm not even going to try at the moment because I don't have leverage. Leg can kick forward all the way, back. Not very far because the butt wheel gets in the way. But if you move the butt wheel, you can get... No, not even moving the butt wheel gets you more clearance. But, knee, it's a really good deep bend, actually. And you can kind of keep moving the knee pad up to keep it looking more natural. You do have in and out, forward and back, ankle articulation, a lot of back, thanks to how it transforms. And of course there is a swivel kind of midway down the thigh, if you need that. And again, because of the butt wheel, that's all the more the legs really go out. Oh, if the butt wheel manages to line up just so, it goes out all that. It goes up out further. So there you go. And he does have a very hindered waist swivel as well. But again, if you untransform things, you can free it up if you need to use it. But yeah, overall, this is still a really cool figure. Again, I'm a little bummed. Mine's got some QC happening, but no big deal. I can fix it. It's not the end of the world. He does have a few points of weapon storage. Also, before I forget, you can actually plug his guns in up here, or his gun. It will plug in right there on his shoulder, though I think that's technically meant for a weapon that came with an earlier version of Studio Prime. I'm not sure. As well as you can use that peg right back here. You get things out of the way. You peg the gun in there. So, you know, a few different places you can put it, though. Frankly, put it in his hand. I'm going to put it in the only hand that's able to actually point the gun anywhere. This gun is extremely tight, at least in mine, to put in the hand. Oh, and before I forget, head is on a ball joint. So, yeah, I forgot to do the head thing, but very tight on mine. It's actually really funny how half of my figure is insanely tight, and the other half is this. And this one's even not the tightest, but it works. And really quick, because this is actually the only one that I have at the moment, this guy being a Studio Series, he does come with a backdrop display stand in the box, which is kind of cool. Though, to be perfectly honest, I'm going to see if I can get this thing to flatten out, you know, decently okay for storage. Otherwise, I'm getting rid of it. This figure's cool, but he's not that much room on the shelf cool. So, right now, while my space is limited, yeah, that thing's either going to get flattened or it's going to get put away. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.